Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.
No sound. I can't hear you.
Good afternoon.
Good
Welcome to
afternoon. I hear you.
welcome to a special noon edition of UrbanCast Let's Talk Show. Today, we're joined by Dr. Woodley Miller with the Sonia Quarters Outreach Ministry, and this week they have an Ultimate Love Revival that's taking place right here in Alexandria. Before we do a deep dive, I want to give Dr. Miller an opportunity to introduce herself and tell you about the work that's taking place with the Sonia Quarters Ministry.
Okay, great. Thank you so very much for having me on your afternoon show. Well, the Tongue Quarter Ministry, this is something a little different for the ministry. Usually we do outreach in the neighborhoods like on the street. We usually give away merchandise, give away clothing, items that people have given us. This event is somewhat different because where before we only dealt with people physical needs, but for this revival, for this event, we're gonna deal with people's spiritual needs for this Valentine's Day weekend. Just the people that maybe down and need to pick her up or don't have a Valentine, we're gonna be their Valentine. We want them to come and be a part of what God is gonna do, and they can experience the love of God as Valentine's Day come near.
Dr. Woodley, this
Yes.
Ultimate Love Revival weekend, what inspired you all to do this right
You know,
here in Alexandria?
well, for one thing, it's a lot of things that inspired us, but it's the Valentine. It's the love is in the air. And there's so many people that don't have Valentines. They don't have a male or a female, a companion, a human person they can touch and go out to dinner with and get those roses and get those flowers. Last year, I met my husband. We're married now, but I remember last year for Valentine, he came to the house. He brought me this beautiful bouquet of roses and some awesome candy, and it just did my heart good. And so I felt good about that, and I thank God this year we're married. But I just happened to be by the grace of God, we had him last year that brought it to me. There's still people that doesn't have that. So we just want to kind of we got Friday night we're going to be giving away something special to the people that's going to be in attendance. Just to let them know that there's people that care about them, and more than anything, that the love God loves them regardless. If they don't ever get a flower or a piece of candy, they can know that God loves them. That's something we want to share with this revival. So that's the ultimate love right there.
You're absolutely correct. Revival means different things to different people. What do you hope this experience spiritually and personally people can walk through the doors and feel?
I'm hoping that they walk through the doors and feel the presence of God. Because if they walk in there and they don't feel the presence of God, by the time they leave, then we missed the mark. So, but we believe in God is going to meet us there. Well, he's going to beat us there because he's omniscient. He's everywhere. So he'll be there when we get there. But we want him to make his presence known Let us feel him when we get in that building. But we know he's going to be there. We want our hearts right so we can receive his presence in our lives and leave out this revival a better person, knowing that God loves us, that we don't have a Valentine.
Dr. Miller, this event is packed with people all the way from ministers from all the way from North Carolina
Yeah,
to Poland, Louisiana, and
yeah,
ministers right
yeah,
here in Alexandria.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. Some great guys.
it's some dynamic speakers and some different
Yeah,
backgrounds.
yeah.
And how did you go about selecting these individuals?
Well, you have to kind of work with people that work with you. So Reverend Sewell I mean, he's just awesome. Anytime I do anything, Reverend Sewell is on board. So, of course, when we came together at the Southern Quarter Outreach Ministry decided to do this, we talked about it and we said, we'll use it because we work with him for the Fall Festival, Reverend Sewell. And he's just an
Mhm.
awesome guy. He's just there, and and then we did I think it was like in October, we did the 7 days of creation. The Sunny Quarters Ministry did, and we did it at his church. He's
Okay.
so accommodating. He was out on the street, with him and Johnny Johnson, Pastor Johnny Johnson. They're some great guys. So I mean, who's better to be a part of this event but those guys? Because they are on the move. They're doing some stuff. They're moving for the Lord. They're not selfish. They're not self-centered. They give and they help. So I'm just grateful for the guys that God is sending for us to use. Now the guy that's coming in from where you got Poland, Louisiana, Melville, and you got Pineville, we got Garrett Butler. These are people that the ministry know about, and they've been involved because we have a Sunday evening Bible study every Sunday, and some of these guys have been a part of that Bible study on Sunday evenings at 5 o'clock. So we've been
Okay.
knowing these guys.
Gotcha. How does the Sonia Quarters Outreach Ministry continue to work on healing and service beyond this revival?
As the needs arise, we have to move as the people. The need arrive, and if we have the resources to help and to give back, that's what we do. So yeah, this is just one stopping point. And after the day, we're waiting on Easter to come because we got great things planned for Easter. So yeah, we got a lot going on. And as we get closer to the evening day, God will give the ministry really the outlines exactly what to do and how to do it. We know we're going to be doing something, but we don't have the picture yet, the big picture of exactly what it is that God wants to, how He wants to do it, and what He wants to do. We know we're going to be doing it, but we don't have that yet. But it's going to be there. And we
Dr.
was
Miller,
talking the minister we had a meeting last night. We was talking about what we was going to be doing for Easter. Yeah,
Dr. Miller, we know events like this strengthens families and bring generations together. And it's very important that we bring families together. And part of your mission is to do just that, bring
yeah.
families together. So
hmm
if you can say one thing to the listeners, our UrbanCast supporters, what would you tell them about the Sonia Quarters Outreach Ministry and how can they get involved?
Well, we open for anybody. I mean, we just there. People help us all. Believe it or not, the community gets involved because if we didn't have the community, it wouldn't be no ministry. The items and merchandise that we get come from the community. They bring the items to us, and of course, we, by the grace of God, the urban with the blood center drive across from Walmart on Mall Boulevard. I mean,
Hmm.
God has given us favor with those people, and we're allowed to use their parking lot, and we do events or giveaways on that parking lot. So, you know, the community does help. They all the time. When we're in the middle of a giveaway, we got cars that will pull up, and they'll bring. I've had this stuff. Been riding around within my car like forever, and they don't bring us no junk. They bring nice stuff. So the community does get involved. They do help. Sometimes they'll come and they say, well, I need groceries. We don't usually get people to give us money. We don't get in the monetary donations. We normally get stuff, and then people need stuff. But by the grace of God, God supply money from somewhere for the things that we need to be able to give back to people that maybe need their light bill paid, or something like that, or need groceries. We've had to take people down to Walmart and buy groceries for them, for what amount of money we have. So we do give back as people come. God supply the needs is all I can say about that. He supplies the needs. Yeah.
Dr. Woodley, some
Yes.
people that's watching this program has been victims of church hurt.
Wow.
And some people are disconnected from the church. How do you hope this event can bring people closer to walking in faith and just getting back to know, God?
Well, this event is, I told you, it's the ultimate love revival weekend. So we're going to show the people, the ones that got church hurt. There's a difference in church hurt and God hurt. God don't hurt us. People do. So we want them to come to this event, leave and realize that God loves them, and God doesn't hurt people. So if people hurt people, that's what people do. People hurt people because they're humans. That's why we got this Love Revival Weekend, to let people know that God has an unconditional love for mankind. So if you come in there, bring that hurt you got, and bring it to the altar and tell God about it, and let God fill you with his love and his power and his presence. So you can leave the event realizing, you know one thing, this is all about the Lord and not about me. It's not about the church house. I've learned that long ago. We need to do what we do as unto the Lord and not unto man. Because men will fail you because we're human. Can't supply everybody's needs, but God can. So that's what I'm hoping, that this revival, people come and they realize, you know one thing, God does love me. Yeah, I got hurt at the church, but that's not the end of it. So now what you do, you go back to a church and you make sure that you don't become a person that hurt nobody at the church. So I would tell you, be that kind of person when you go back. You got hurt, but God took away that hurt and that pain. But let's grow and learn from the hurt. That's what it's all about, learning from the pain and the hurt that you receive from somebody else. You don't pass it on. I'm
Dr.
hoping that this
Miller,
revival is going to do that. Yeah.
Dr. Miller, I know that you're
Yes.
on your lunch break at work.
Yes, I am.
And in closing, we want to thank you for your time. We want to thank you for your willingness to come on the UrbanCast Let's Talk show.
Well, we thank you guys.
We also want to thank our UrbanCast family and supporters for their continued support in supporting our community. A special thanks go out to Saddler Towing, Long's Product, Legendary Kung Fu and Tai Chi, The Ultimate Wrestling Entertainment, Nader's Entertainment Marketing, Threadhead Embroidery, and of course, you, the viewers of UrbanCast. This Ultimate Love Revival weekend will be held at New Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church, located at 1632 McInnes Avenue, here in Alexandria. Service will begin on tomorrow through Friday at 7 p.m. and a special Sunday service at 9 a.m. It's open to the public, and we look forward to seeing you there. Miss Woodley, do you have anything else you would like to share with the audience?
Well, I thank you guys for having us on your show. And I'm asking the people in the community to pass the word. And if you can't come, then tell your neighbor, tell a friend, share the post. I think UrbanCast got a post out there. If you could share that to on your Facebook page, it'd be wonderful. I appreciate it. Thank you. And to God be the glory for the great things that he has done and what he's going to do for this revival. Because God going to send the people. He's going to send them. And I know that. People are going to leave there different than what they came in. Yes.
And that's the ultimate goal.
That's
for
the
you
goal.
to leave better than you came.
Exactly. That's the goal.
Dr. Miller, if you can hang in there for 1 second, we're going to go ahead and end this live. Thank you, UrbanCast viewers, for joining us this afternoon.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.